Okay students, so this is on page 101 and this is example 9.1. This is the p-value method of this example. Does counseling help reduce anxiety? A study was done and the results are as follows. Can't read today. Alpha equals 0.01. So the higher the score, the higher the anxiety. Now we already calculated the differences in step 1 on the previous video. And we also calculated the average of the differences as well as the sample standard deviation of the differences. Now, we want to know if counseling helps reduce anxiety. So we're going to do p-value method over here in this little box. And the hypothesis is always set up the same. Mu sub d equals 0 versus the alternative, mu sub d. Now they wanted to know if it reduces anxiety, so we need a less than 0 symbol. Our p-value, we're going to come into our calculator. We're going to, of course, get into our stats menu. We're going to go down to test. Now you could do this two different ways. You could either enter the data into list 1, okay, and then you would use data to do your statistics, or you can use statistics to do your p-value. So we already have the statistics, so I'm going to go to test, and this is a t-test, okay? So and I'm going to select to use statistics. Mu is 0, x bar is d bar, 33.33. Standard deviation of x is standard deviation of d, that's what we're using, 22.92. N was how many patients we had, and we had 9 patients. And the alternative hypothesis, we wanted to see if it would reduce anxiety, so we need a less than symbol. We're ready to calculate. I have a p-value of 0.9988. So we'll write that down from our calculator. And now we want to compare it to alpha. The p-value is significantly greater than our alpha of 0.01. So we are going to fail to reject by the rule. Again, look back at the p-value method if you've forgotten your rejection criteria. Then we're going to write a conclusion. Based on the evidence, there is not a significant reduction in anxiety after counseling. Of course, we have to say at our alpha level, 0.01. Okay? And that is example 9.1, utilizing the p-value method using our graphing calculators.